What if I told you there are countries out there offering you permanent residency, insane tax breaks, and senior discounts so generous that they feel illegal? While the US is over here sending retirees GoFundMe links to cover their medical bills. Yep, that's today's video. Countries that practically roll out the red carpet for you and your social security check. And listen, before we go any further, this is not fantasy. This is not clickbait. This is not my cousin's friend heard from someone else. Everything here is updated and verified as of right now because if you've been following me for longer than 5 minutes, you already know that I don't mess around with outdated immigration nonsense. All right, so grab your coffee, grab your notebook, and let's jump in. Number 10, this is the country that gives you discounts on everything. I want you to picture this. You walk into a movie theater, and instead of handing them $15 for a ticket, they hand you back a 50% senior discount. You book a plane ticket, boom, 25% off. Medical bills, 20% off. Hospital stays, 15% off. I mean, if Target offered these discounts, the lines would wrap around the building. Now, imagine a place where it's warm all year long and it's not in a hurricane zone, a place with modern highways, reliable internet, big expat communities, US trained doctors, and where your $1,000 pension is all you need to qualify for permanent residency. No renewals, no property requirements, no come back in 3 years so we can check your papers nonsense. Retirees literally call this the best program in the world. This sunny retirement jackpot is Panama. Now, before we continue, if you're already thinking, wait, do I actually have options outside the US? Well, let me tell you, yes, you do. Way more than you think. Stick with me because the next countries are going to blow your mind wide open. And if you're serious about planning your move abroad, you already know that Expat Livin has your back. All right, let's move on to number 9, the country where your doctor visits cost less than a latte. Okay, imagine going to the doctor and paying $15. Imagine street food so good it feels illegal and it costs $1 to $2. Imagine a retirement visa so relaxed that the biggest requirement is be at least 50 years old and show about $1,750 in monthly income or keep savings in a local bank. Now, imagine walking up on a tropical beach or in a mountain town with mist rolling over the hills, or in a mega city where the nightlife never sleeps. The country where retirees eat like royalty, live like royalty, and frankly get treated like royalty is Thailand. And yes, English is widely spoken in all their retirement zones. Number 8, this is the country where 760 euros gets you into the EU. This next one is going to make you question your entire life plan. Okay, imagine a place with mild winters, gorgeous beaches, safe streets, cafes on every corner, modern healthcare, English spoken widely, and the ability to apply for EU citizenship just after 5 years. And the income requirement is just 760 euros per month. That's it. Retirees love it because once you're in the whole EU. All right, this country is Portugal. And yes, I know Portugal gets a lot of hype, but honestly, it deserves every bit of it. All right, number 7, the country where you can buy citizenship without millions. All right, this one is wild. Imagine skipping the whole retirement visa process, no age requirements, no income requirements, no annual renewals. Just invest $100,000. Yes, just $100,000, not millions. And in a few months' time, you're a citizen, a full citizen with a second passport. Plus, visa fee travel to over 140 countries and beaches so perfect that they look photoshopped. This island paradise is St. Lucia. People sleep on this option and they really shouldn't. If you're sitting there thinking, wait, why does retiring abroad sound easier than retiring in the US? Well, it's because it is. And if you're new here, I'm Danielle. I've moved abroad with my family, my husband, my 4 kids, my dog, and I help other people to do it without the chaos and the tears that I went through. All right, so now let's keep going because the next few are really big ones. Number 6, this is the country where you can live a full life for as little as $1,200 to $1,800 a month. This one is a personal favorite for me. You get modern infrastructure, insanely low cost of living, a pension visa that only requires $1,275 per month, and you pay in US dollars. All right, no currency headaches, no exchange rate drama. Oh, and if you're over 65 years old, they give you massive discounts on everything: public transportation, utilities, entertainment, flights. It's like AARP on steroids. This gem is Ecuador, especially places like Cuenca and Salinas. Retirees love them. Moving on to number 5, the next door retirement haven. You want to be closer to the US? You want to see your family more often? Do you want a place with top tier healthcare but far lower prices? Well, welcome to the country where retirees enjoy massive expat communities, beaches, mountain towns, colonial cities, incredible food, affordable medical care, and a lifestyle that feels both foreign and familiar. But the income requirements here have gone up recently. So most US consulates now want around $4,300 to $5,000 per month, or a significant savings amount in your bank. For the convenience, though, it's totally worth it. This close to home retirement haven is Mexico. Number 4 is the country where everyone speaks English. Imagine moving abroad and nothing is translated because it doesn't need to be. The official language is English. The beaches are Caribbean level gorgeous. The cost of living is manageable. And the retirement visa requires the age of just 45 and up, income of just $2,000 per month. Plus, it's duty free income on your household goods and your vehicle in the first year. This English speaking paradise is Belize. It's easy, it's warm, and it's welcoming. Number 3 is the luxe but affordable Asian option. Okay, this one is kind of interesting. It's a few years ago, it was the easiest retirement program in Asia. Now, the national version is a little bit stricter, but the regional programs like Sarawak have kept requirements much more accessible. So think tropical weather, world class healthcare, English is widely spoken, has modern cities, beachfront living, and insanely good food. This Southeast Asian dream is Malaysia, and retirees are loving it, especially Penang and Kuala Lumpur. All right, listen, if any of these countries spark that little voice in your head that whispers, maybe it's finally my time, don't ignore it. I ignored that voice for years. And let me tell you, life abroad is worth every spreadsheet, every visa form, and meltdown over international moving boxes. When you're ready to start planning your move, Expat Livin will walk you through it step by step. All right, let's get to our final 2. Number 2 is the country where your dollars multiply. Okay, if you want European culture without European prices, this one is for you. Imagine Paris level architecture, Madrid style boulevards, wine country that looks stolen from Tuscany, and a city life that's so vibrant you feel younger just by being in it. Healthcare is extremely affordable, food is amazing, public transportation is solid, the cost of living is shockingly low. The pension requirements for this country is just $1,100 per month, but your dollars go so far, it almost feels like you're cheating. This cultural powerhouse is Argentina, perfect for retirees who want lifestyle, beauty, and financial freedom. Now, finally, number 1, and yes, we're back to Panama. Why does Panama take 2 spots on this list? Because it's not just the best retirement program in the world, it's the smartest. You get US dollar currency, modern healthcare, year-round warm weather, no hurricanes, permanent residency, gigantic senior discounts, big expat communities, and a cost of living that's far better than most of the US. Panama isn't just a retirement destination, it's a retirement strategy. If this video made you realize that retiring abroad is not only possible, it might actually give you the life that you wish you had years ago, then stick with me. This is what I do to help people. At Expat Livin, we guide families, couples, and retirees through the entire journey, choosing the country, the visas, budgeting, housing, schools, moving, all of it. We have bilingual support, community, real experience, and yes, a whole lot of humor while we survive the paperwork together. If you haven't already done so, please like, comment, and share this video. And when you're ready to figure out where your next chapter begins, come join us at expatlivin.com. All right, friends, until the next video, happy travels.